Hello viewers, good afternoon to you all and also welcome to the teleconference program of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University. Marketing mix is the topic selected for today's teleconference session. This topic has been selected from Marketing Management course. Marketing Management is one of the core subjects to be studied by every student doing MBA program and of course other MCOM program also. You are aware that marketing management is a very interesting and dynamic subject, and there are very few interesting topics in this marketing management course like product life cycle, consumer behavior, brand positioning, brand repositioning, like that. Marketing mix is one of such very interesting topics. Marketing mix was introduced by Professor N.H. Bowden of Harvard Business School. Marketing mix comprises various components which constitute core of the marketing system of any organization. How the marketing mix shall be? This is one of the most important decisions to be taken by the corporate people, higher ups particularly in the field of marketing. Even while deciding the marketing strategy also, one has to examine and consider the variables of marketing mix very carefully. To enlighten us more about marketing mix, we have two eminent experts in our studios with us today. So, first of all, let me introduce the experts. On my immediate left, Professor V. Venkaya is here.
Hello viewers.
Yeah, Professor Venkaya is the senior most professor in the Department of Business Management of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University. And sir actually served the university in different capacities, including rector of the university. And the present sir is again for the second term he is serving as director academic of our university, B.R. Ambedkar Open University. Next to him is Professor Anil Ramesh.
Hi viewers.
Yeah, Anil Ramesh is also another senior most academician and he also had the experience of working in industries also. And he worked abroad also for some time, and recently he came back and he joined at Shiva Shivani Institute of Management. And at present, Professor Anil Ramesh is the Director Academic at Shiva Shivani Institute of Management. So, I welcome you both of you sirs, and thank you very much for sparing your valuable time.
Thank you.
Today the resource persons are going to explain us various concepts relating to marketing mix, like what is marketing mix, the components of marketing mix, how this marketing mix is related with the other areas like marketing strategy, the relationship between marketing mix and marketing strategy, marketing mix and the product life, marketing mix, the promotion mix, all these areas. So, for initially about half an hour to 40 minutes, the resource persons explain all these concepts, and after that, the audience, if you have any doubts on the subject of today's discussion, you can feel free to contact us. The phone numbers you have to dial are 2703 1431, 1432 and 1433. I repeat the phone numbers. 2703 1431, 1432 and 1433. And outside Hyderabad audience, please choose 040 STD code. Discussion. So now I just to marketing mix. What is marketing mix? What are the components of marketing mix?
Yeah, marketing mix refers to popularly the 4 P's of marketing. Marketing mix is the judicious use or mix of the four P's of marketing called product, price, place and promotion. In fact, the origin of the term marketing mix goes back to 1940s.
Okay.
It was when Colliton described a marketing manager as a mixer of ingredients, and Neil H. Borden started using the term since late 40s in his teaching.
Okay.
and he published an article in 1964. The title of the article was The Concept of Marketing Mix.
Okay.
In that he mentioned about the different elements of marketing mix. Later, E.J. McCarthy introduced the term and developed the model by grouping the different activities related to these 4 P's of marketing: product, price, place and promotion.
Okay.
And the careful use of these 4 elements of marketing is known as marketing mix. Marketing mix and 4 P's of marketing are interchangeably used.
Okay.
Often they are synonymously used to each other.
Okay.
And in product, all the activities or decisions related to the product management are included. For example, product planning, design, styling, quality, branding, packaging and after sales service, all these are included. Product life cycle management, these are the decisions related to product management.
Okay.
Considering the second element of marketing mix, that is price, the aspects related to what kind of pricing strategy should be used. Is it penetration pricing or skim the cream pricing?
Okay.
What is the suggested maximum retail price, MRP? What are the discounts that we pass on for early cash payment, purchases, discounts? All these will form a part of pricing decisions. And the third important is promotional strategy, or which is popularly known as promotion mix. Promotion mix refers to advertising, personal selling, sales promotion and publicity. These are the elements within promotion mix. All the decisions related to this, including public relations, form the decisions of promotion. And distribution and logistics management, where both physical distribution and channels of distribution are covered. In channels of distribution, we study the levels of channels in terms of the merchant middleman and agent middleman, wholesaling, retailing, agents, etc. And also the physical distribution related to stores management, inventory management, transportation, all these elements, logistics, and now what we call supply chain management. Yeah. All these elements and all these activities within the distribution channel, which are known as 4th P of marketing. So the use of these 4 P's of marketing as an integrated strategy within the holistic marketing strategy is known as marketing mix strategy.
Yeah. Will you please throw some more light on the importance of marketing mix?
Thank you, ma'am. What I would like to say is that especially in the changing modern conditions, the understanding of the 4 P's has become very, very important, because just now Professor Venka has given us a very detailed analysis of the chronological development of the 4 P's. Most of the students in all the B schools or in universities are focusing too much on the 4 P's. I would like to throw a little bit of more light on the 4 C's, which is when we say product, we are talking from the manufacturer's perspective. So as a customer, so it has to satisfy a need. So maybe along with the 4 P's, a concentration on the 4 C's would also be very good. So product would become satisfying the customer need, okay. Price would become the cost to the customer, and promotion would become communication, and placement would become convenience. So if mostly what is happening is there is too much focus on the 4 P's and forgetting about the customer.
Okay. Okay. The main objective of any organization, of course, profit-oriented organization, is earning profit. So every organization has to design a suitable marketing strategy to achieve this objective. So what do you mean by marketing strategy, Dr. Anil Ramesh?
Marketing strategy is a sort of a game plan, madam, in the sense that every company has got a plan by which it has to achieve its objectives, because finally every company works on some objectives. So how do you achieve these objectives? And there are some broad decisions which are based on the target markets, on positioning of the product, and just now like Professor Venkaya sir is saying about the marketing mix, and also based on budgets. Obviously the marketer also will have to take what are the competitive conditions and also the market environment. So for example, if today if somebody has to come up with a very expensive, let us take a 5 crore car, he'll have to rethink because the economy is not doing very well. So whatever 4 Ps will have to fit into the competitive environment and the prevailing economic conditions also.
So what's the relationship between this marketing strategy and marketing mix?
Marketing strategy and marketing mix dovetail with each other in the sense that unless one is good, other is not very good. So if the students were to go through the book, there's a beautiful 4x4 matrix which is given.
Okay.
So the matrix very clearly explains what are the elements that are needed from the marketing strategy perspective and from the marketing mix perspective. So a very careful reading of that particular 4x4 matrix, in the sense that unless one is very good, the other thing can be done perfectly.
And the two, in the present days competitive world, actually the product shall be available to the customer at a nearby place, otherwise so many alternative products and also rather services are also available to the customers.
Like I was saying in the class, madam, things have changed so rapidly that place, so losing its relevance in the field, you have to go to cinema hall only. Now either the cinema hall has come to my mind or the accessibility of that cinema tickets has become very big.
And I'm going to add, to go to a movie, we have to first go to the theatre in advance, or 1 hour in advance, and buy the ticket. Now just before sitting internet, we can just buy the tickets, even 1 week advance also. Would you like to add anything, Professor Venkaiah Garu, the relationship between marketing strategy and marketing mix?
Yeah, see, marketing mix is an integral part of marketing strategy, and while designing the marketing strategy, we consider the external environmental forces and then blend the strategy in such a way that it matches to the requirements of the customers. It's what is marketing? Matching products to the customer's needs and delighting the customers, satisfying the customers, or exceeding the expectations of the customers. How do you do it? It is only through these 4 Ps, and hence the relationship is so crucial that if we fail in designing the marketing strategy carefully, marketing mix carefully, marketing strategy would fail. And the success of marketing strategy depends on the success of the marketing manager's use of the 4 Ps of marketing. And also considering the other parameters within the marketing function, particularly the segmentation strategy, consumer behavior, consumer's lifestyle, cultural aspects, psychological aspects, all these are to be considered while designing the marketing strategy. To study the market, analyze the competitive situation, examine the behavior of the customers, and position your product in such a way that it is available at the right time, at the right place, right price, extending value for money for the customer's payment. That is how we can relate marketing mix and the marketing strategy. It's an integral part of marketing strategy.
Okay, thank you very much. And this marketing mix, is it same for both products and services, or is it different for services?
It's like this. In fact, one of the criticisms on 4 Ps of marketing is it does not include certain elements of marketing.
Okay.
Maybe for the products marketing, it's valid to a great extent. But for services marketing, it is not complete. This is one of the criticisms that experts made on marketing mix and marketing mix strategy. It was Boom and Bittner who introduced 3 more Ps to the existing 4 Ps, which we talked about. Product, price, place and promotion are there, plus people, process and evidence. 3 more Ps are added. And hence, for services marketing, 7 P model is used to explain the total process of services marketing.
So, people, process and physical evidence.
Physical evidence. And these are important because of the complexity of the services marketing. Marketing of services is more complex than marketing the products. It is because of the characteristics and nature of the services that the services are intangible, they are perishable, they cannot be owned, inseparable between the customer and the provider of the service, and hence they are heterogeneous. Services are heterogeneous. In view of these important features or characteristics of the services marketing is much more complex, and there is a need to see the marketing process beyond the scope of 4 P's of marketing. And people are important because they play 2 important roles. Number 1 is people as performers of the service from the marketer side, and people as customers who are utilizing the service, buying the service. Now, the providers of service are the employees of the company, and the employees are the first line contact with the customers. You must market your employees, they can extend service with smile, and hence people are important as providers of service. Every employee is a public relations functionary. Every employee is a person who comes into contact with the customer. Every employee is responsible for the quality level of the service. That is how the quality is important and the quality service is important, and companies have to take enough care to see that proper personnel are recruited, they are trained well, and there is a consistent on their part when they perform the deliver service to the customers, and they also do the best possible service to the customers. This is how people are important. Yes. And secondly, people play as customers. Customers, you know, positive publicity through word of mouth brings all the benefits to the company, and negative publicity is very dangerous. Sometimes it leads to the failure. If one dissatisfied customer may lead to a chain of customers.
If one person is not satisfied, that will have a lot of impact.
Yes, and also you lose your customer. Yes. Creating a new customer is 10 times higher the cost than retaining existing customers.
Or Western Europe or whatever. And then we have the case of a very famous Indian car manufacturer who has proved all the critics wrong by concentrating only on the second P, which is price, and making it his USP. So there are a lot of things like C.K. Prahalad has said, that bottom of the pyramid is not only a strategy, it could be your next future.
USP.
It
could be your
USP, that we can develop a lot of strategies that we have developed in India, and we can take them to US or UK or Germany or wherever.
Okay.
See, that USP is okay, but doing alone in the price front and positioning with low or penetration pricing strategy alone will not bring success. And the other 3 P's must also be successfully used. Yes. That is the strength of marketing mix.
Okay.
That we have to realize. Okay. Whatever you do, your strong forte may be 1 P, but other 3 P's must be in a balance, in an optimum marketing mix. That is the optimum mix which gives the maximum possible deliverables or benefits to the company.
Okay.
And also which gives the best possible value for money to the customers.
Okay.
That is the equilibrium.
True, madam. In fact, if you see, traditionally, if you go back 50 or 60 years ago, in US, most of the cheap products used to come from Japan. But once they captured the US market, they became very high in quality. It got repeated with South Korea, and I'm sure down the line, India and China, especially China. Also, right now it is only focusing on the cost. Like sir was saying, they will catch up on the other 3 P's, and they will make their products totally, well balanced on all the 4 P's.
Professor Venkaya, we discussed in detail about the first P, that is product and also promotion mix. Will you please throw some more light in detail on the other 2 P's, that is price and place?
Yeah, price is important, and what is more important is to which segment are you addressing your product? Is it a high-end product, or a low-end product, or is it for middle segment? This high-end, low-end in terms of the economic bracket of the people, social bracket of the people. If you are positioning or if you are offering your product to a low-end market, we recognize that that particular segment is price sensitive. The only minimum function and that you build product goods, make it good and offer it at a very low price. Penetration pricing would work. And high-end market, normally the psychology is that those who are elite economically, they think that if they pay high price, it is qualitative.
High quality.
And the psychology goes, even if you give a better product at a low price, they don't consider that it is qualitatively superior.
Human psychology.
Take for example the psychology of the users. Personal care products,
Yes.
perfumes for example.
Yeah.
The value of the quality perfume is perceived in terms of the amount that they pay,
Yes.
and it is not the product attributes or the fragrance that it gives.
The quality of the
Yeah,
product.
that is how it is. Psychology is important. This is where the price is important.
Yes.
So price bundling,
Yeah.
price discounts, all important. Sales promotional measures in a big way, buy one free sales promotion. But you see, they give percentage of, for example, take for example a mobile company, mobile telephone service provider. They say that during Dasara season, if you buy it for 25% off, it means nothing. A kind of a discount, a premium product kind.
Thank you, Professor
attributes
Venkaya
that,
Garu. My flat time is over. So, very much,
Thank
Professor
you, ma'am.
Venkaya Garu and Professor for enlightening our audience really a lot about marketing mix, and there is very good response from audience also. The questions actually they raise are really very relevant, particularly in the present day context. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.